So I thought we would try something a little bit different today. We are grounded, we are connected, and we are protected. So let's step into the cards together and just see what energies we can feel stepping into the cards. So we're looking towards the past. It feels like the energy of wanting to win at all cost. A very purposeful mission. I'm picking up determination, a desire to seek the truth. This is not a spur of the moment feeling. This is not something that has just happened out of the blue to win at all cost and risk losing friends. The energy I'm feeling is actually one of love with the Queen of Cups. A desire to pursue that mother type energy that is very nurturing and caring. I'm picking up energies of an empath that has created some very important boundaries in order to protect myself. And this is something I've actually been working on for a very long time. And it wasn't until I took the challenge, accepted the challenge to protect myself from these energy vampires and really look at my boundaries. This was a necessary action to help bring this loving, caring, empathetic quality within myself up to the top. I've been working on this for a while. This is a repeated pattern. I tried it in the past, but because of the lack of challenge within myself, I didn't fight hard enough for my own belief system, which led to an interruption in the work I really wanted to do. I really wanted to become a master craftsman with this thought process and create something very useful with my hands and something that I absolutely loved creating. That is what helped me to move forward with this energy, with this challenging energy, instead of the youthful energy. And as I'm doing this, I am healing. I am healing the emotional turmoil from when I was a youngster, from when I was of a youthful mind. So, now that I've started doing this with intention, on purpose, with a clear goal to stabilize and heal my own emotional self, now I can move forward with confidence towards what is really calling me inside. And I can do that without the anxiety that I felt before. I'm enjoying the time that I have to myself on this journey. I'm having a spiritual journey. I'm looking to the moon. I'm looking to the universe rather than to other human beings right now at this moment. And that is lifting the anxiety that I was feeling before. So now when I look back at the past, I don't feel bad about putting up those boundaries, because now I can see, I can feel inside of me the healing is starting to occur. So I'm going to remember this the next time I feel like somebody is crossing a valuable boundary and interrupting my own spiritual growth. So now that I'm heading to this place of solitude and deep thought and finding my truth without these interruptions and without the anxiety, I can really concentrate on the quality of my own life as opposed to keeping up with what other people expect of me, and also without being sloppy in what I do. This is healing me. This is helping me to heal. So now as I climb this mountain and I'm in this healing, this emotional healing and balancing, what can I expect next? I am totally closing out this cycle of anxiety and betrayal and feelings of being betrayed. That is closing out. That is a number 10 card. That is closing this cycle out, and I do not want to go back to this cycle. So what I need to do is take better care of myself, to take the time outs that I need to be still. I need to digest what I'm learning and how I'm healing, and I need to work at it without interruption so that I can do justice for myself, so that I can not just bring in the Queen of Cups and my emotional healing, I can include the other queens in this process. So as I am healing now, and I'm on this journey of healing, what is going to happen next? I would say I am going to be in a very good place to defend myself. I am definitely prepared to defend myself, even if I have to do it in a rush and I can't put on matching shoes. I'm still going to be at a good vantage point so that I can see what's coming at me before they get here. And I may not even have to defend myself. I may have already made the point, and as this healing goes on for me, I'm always ready to defend myself. I'm always ready to invest in myself because I know the end result, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be better than where I came from. So I'm going to stay on this path. And while I'm here, I am going to create some new growth. I am going to breathe in that dynamic life that I was meant to have. I'm going to be free. I'm going to feel as free as a young child without the burdens of everyday life. I'm going to have these moments where I can escape to myself, where I can nurture myself, where I can work on myself, where I can defend myself. All the while, I can find the balance in my emotional setup, in my own emotional needs. And while I'm doing that, I just might plant a flower or two in my garden or in some pots around the house so that I always remember what my goal is and where I want to be heading. Doing that, I am totally investing in my future, in my long-term goals, in my legacy, in my house, in my home, and in my family. Everybody will benefit from me taking these steps and investing in myself so that I can heal. And the healing is what is setting me free. So I'm going to stay on this path and continue with these energies, and I am going to recognize things as they come up so that if they come up again, they're not going to throw me off my path. They're not going to throw me for a loop. I'm going to keep track in my journal. I'm going to sit down in my garden. I'm going to look at the planet Venus in the sky because Venus shines so brightly that I can see Venus with my naked eye here on Earth. And as I'm doing all of this and taking the time to nurture myself, I'm going to pause long enough to visit the spa. I'm going to go get my hair done so that the crown sits on my head properly. And I'm going to walk around with authority, with dignity, and with grace. And when I put myself out into the world like this, that is what is going to be mirrored back to me. So while I'm doing this, I wonder what my strengths are and what will help me the most. My strengths are, I set myself free. I undid these loose bindings. I walked through that space between the swords, and I built this beautiful home for myself. I got my feet wet in the water, which is why I started my healing, because I allowed my emotions to flow. I set myself free from the anxiety. I set myself free. I made it to number 10. There is no number 11. I am going to remember that as I move forward so that I don't get caught in this type of a trap again and have to go another round with the same cycle. And the reason I was able to move forward was my own determination. I made up my mind what I was going to do, and I did it. The universe helped me because I really didn't know where I was going, but I took the first step, and this chariot started moving, even though it has no motor in it and there's no reins to direct what way I'm going to go. It was my sheer determination that got me moving in the right direction. So, what else do I need to know now that I'm heading on this journey? Wow. It looks like I have completed one cycle, and that is the cycle of anxiety and overthinking and self-sabotage. Now what I'm going to do is get ready for a new chapter. I'm in good shape because I am healing. I'm not healed all the way. Nobody ever is healed all the way. But I'm in a good space right now, so I can move forward and get ready to start the new thing. I may have some unfinished business, and I wonder what that is. I'm going to have to pull another card and see just what that is that I have to close out and finish up while I prepare myself for my next part of the journey. Oh, I have really come a long way in my healing process. I have managed to really deal with the disappointments and the heartache and the sadness, but there's a little bit of that still hanging on. So what I'm going to do is pay more attention to what triggers those feelings of sadness. Because I've still got 2 cups standing here. So those are really good cups. That can help me keep moving forward. It's those 2 extra cups. So I'm going to continue on my spiritual journey, and I'm going to discover more things about myself that I didn't know in the past. And I am going to cross that bridge so that this healing will continue and finish up this cycle. I think I'm going to pull one more card just to finish things off. Okay. So my plan is slow and steady wins the race. I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm going to remember to put in the work, and I am going to keep putting in the work. But if I fall back into this over-analysis and this mental way of the mental trap or the mental jail, if I fall back into this, I am not going to be able to start my new journey. I have to keep that in mind as I continue with my healing. But I am definitely ready for the next step. So I'm going to get ready to start this new aspect of my journey. I am going to continue taking care of my physical, my emotional, and my mental needs so that I can take these 2 cups that are remaining and carry them with me as I continue my healing process on my spiritual journey. And it will all be like an investment in myself with this 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to continue investing in myself and continue paying attention to my physical buildings, like my physical work, the things that I'm building with my hands. I'm going to continue to pay attention to that and take good care of myself as I get ready for the next beginning, the next chapter. So I'm ready for that. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Let me know what you think of this style. And if you would like to blend energies again and step into the card with me. Okay, so that concludes our reading for today. See you again next time. Bye for now.